Afternoon. I'm at the Mount Eliza Regional Park, one of the great walking destinations of the world, and I'm heading off on a little walk. I live fairly local to this, so I'm heading off on a little walk, incorporating a few wetlands. Going to head up to the Moorooduc Quarry, the old Moorooduc Quarry. There might be a few views over kind of Western Port Bay. It's a walk I've done before, but not for a long time. Alright, it's a fairly warm afternoon. It's 27 in Melbourne today, or when I left the car. So for this time of the year, it's brilliant. Alright, I'll spin the camera around and have a look where I'm going. So this park, back when I was an ankle biter, many decades ago, was actually the municipal tip. Basically, the tip for most of the Mornington Peninsula back in the 1970s, I guess, 1960s. It's long been closed and rehabilitated. They've done a series of walking tracks that kind of link between here, the old Moorooduc steam train kind of area, and Moorooduc Quarry, and you can make a bit of a decent circuit out of it. I think this will be about 6.5, 7 k's, this one. So yeah, it's quite good. Even got a little bit of boardwalk. Who doesn't love a good boardwalk? So there's a lot of twists and turns on this walk. Little short tracks, so you need some kind of a map, unless you just want to wander aimlessly. I dug the map up off AllTrails. It's the only place I've ever seen it published. I haven't seen any hard copy notes of walks around here. There's also, as you get up the side of Mount Eliza, there's a few mountain bike tracks and that crisscrossing the main track, so yeah, probably pays to have some kind of a map on this one. So it's been super dry down here in Melbourne, and our wetland lake is bone dry. So this is the old Moorooduc train station. They run a tourist railway from here down to Mornington and back on the weekends. I think it's a steam train. There you go, Mornington Tourist Railway, it says on the sign over there. Back when I was a kid, once again, the guy was sepia toned. The train used to connect Melbourne to Mornington. So I used to be able to catch a train from Mornington all the way to Melbourne. But now that old railway's a tourist railway and a bike path for a lot of it. Alright, I'm going to follow kind of beside the old railway line. Yeah, it must be a steam train because there's coal there. Kind of sit in that pit there. So yeah, I'm following the old railway line now up to, I think it's Two Bays Road. Oh no, Warella Drive it is. I just crossed Two Bays Road. Warella Drive. I'm going to cross Belcombe Creek down here and then climb up towards Mount Eliza and head back along the side of the hill. So I'm leaving the sealed path off Warella Drive and heading bush. Now, this is what I mean about formal and informal tracks around here. There's no signpost for this one. It's basically a mode break with a bit of a track along it. So I'm climbing again. This track is obviously getting used by mountain bikes, so just be a bit careful they don't come dive bombing down the hill towards you. It's not a formal mountain bike track, however, they've obviously cut a lot of tracks through here. so I have to be aware of it. I don't think many people are using the jumps. I think they're all using the beeline. I'm going to top out just up here, and that'll be the end of it, I think, from memory. I mean, there could be bikes around, but they won't be on this narrow kind of downhill single track, which is where it gets a bit dodgy. Okay, I've topped out on the edge of the flash houses of Mount Eliza. That's Moorooduc down there. That's where I'm heading. I'm off the kind of single track now, mountain bike track. It's pretty ugly through there with tracks going every direction. A lot of kind of jumps have been dug out and things like that. Having said that, I didn't see a rider, so I am here during the week though. Looks like I'm heading down there towards the old containers. So I've been following this fire track now, picking up some more single track. This is winding back towards that Mount Eliza Park. Now this one's flat, but you'd still want to be careful of bikes, I reckon. That's Balcombe Creek there. It's pretty dry at the moment, obviously. So, for those that don't know, Mount Eliza is one of the more flash areas of Melbourne. This is like the backside of the mountain. The really expensive real estate is over the hill on Port Phillip Bay, but it's all relevant, all relative, I mean. So I'm about to leave the Mount Eliza Regional Park and enter the Moorooduc Quarry Park. I'm not sure the name of it. It's the old Moorooduc Quarry. When I was growing up around here, we used to swim in this quarry, but it's not allowed anymore. It's fenced off. So, not sure if I mentioned it, but the track climbs a bit now, or the route will climb up over, or up towards the side of Mount Eliza again. That's Balcombe Creek, I think, again, I'm crossing. The track crisscrosses Balcombe Creek. It's pretty dry at the moment. So there we go, Moorooduc Quarry Flora and Fauna Reserve. All right, let's get up this hill. All right, we're climbing well and truly now. I'm up above the quarry. It's down to my right, but I'll get a glimpse of it through the trees somewhere. So the quarry's below me, but you can't really see it through the trees yet. Over in the distance, that's Western Port Bay out there. So that's the old quarry down there. It's been kind of fenced off, but as you can tell by the people down there, it's not hard to get through the fence. All right, I'm on the final drop down to the car now. It's a beautiful time of night. So that's Arthur's Seat down there. And that open green spot is the regional park, Mount Eliza Regional Park that I walked through. Okay, I'm almost back at the car, so I'll spin the camera around and sign off, I think. There's not much else that's going to happen, I don't think. Okay, I'm almost back on Two Bays Road, which is where I parked. This walk came to about 6.8 k's and about 150 metres climbing, so there's a bit more climbing than you might imagine. Like I said earlier, if you're going to do this walk, you're going to need probably to download the AllTrails, have the AllTrails map, or have a map anyway, because there's a lot of tracks up here. To be honest, sections of it are really good. Around the quarry, up around the old quarry, the track's really nice, sort of boardwalks and steps and things like that. The section down, once you get to Warella Road and you climb up towards Mount Eliza and then kind of go along the side of the mountain, there's a whole heap of informal mountain bike tracks, and they're pretty ugly, to be honest with you. They've just cut tracks everywhere, the locals, and built jumps, and it just looks pretty ugly. So I suppose the one good thing is there wasn't any mountain bikes, but I'm there midweek, so it could be busier on the weekend. So I'm just going to get across this road. But yeah, it's definitely worth. Probably not worth driving a long way for, but it's definitely, if you're local, definitely worth checking it out. All right, I'm back at the car. I'll catch you on the next one. Take it easy.